Kia K900 can be equipped with the next-generation radar-based cruise control function. It has been developed to help drivers adapt their speed to the flow of traffic. The advanced smart cruise control system may help detect the stopping and restarting of movements of the vehicle ahead as well. If equipped, turn on the system by moving the left-hand lever on the steering wheel up towards cruise. The cruise indicator light in the instrument cluster will illuminate. Accelerate to the desired speed and move the right-hand lever down to set. Keep in mind, the vehicle must be traveling at 20 miles per hour or more for the system to operate. With Advanced Smart Cruise Control, you can select a preset distance at which you wish to follow the vehicle in front of you. Select the safe, appropriate distance according to road conditions and vehicle speed. Using the advanced cruise controls on the steering wheel, each time you press the button, the vehicle distance changes. For instance, if you drive at 56 miles per hour, the default setting for the first time is distance setting 4, approximately 172 feet from the car in front of you. You will see 4 bars. Press once to move closer at approximately 130 feet. 3 bars will show. Press again to move within approximately 98 feet, indicated by 2 bars. Or press a third time to close within approximately 82 feet, with 1 bar showing. The higher your speed, however, the more distance you will want between the 2 vehicles. Your K900's cruise control will operate as normal and maintain its set speed when the lane ahead is clear. When traveling in traffic, however, if the system senses that your vehicle is getting too close to the vehicle ahead, it will automatically slow your vehicle down to help maintain the set distance. The system may even bring your vehicle to a complete stop if necessary. If the vehicle ahead of you stops and begins moving again within 3 seconds, your vehicle will begin moving again as well. If the stop exceeds 3 seconds, the system will cancel out and you'll have to depress the accelerator pedal to resume driving, at which point the Advanced Smart Cruise Control will reactivate. You should be aware of the system's limitations, which are discussed in your owner's manual. Never rely solely on the Advanced Smart Cruise Control system. For example, on curves, the Advanced Smart Cruise Control system may not detect a moving vehicle in your lane every time. Likewise, when a vehicle moves into your lane, that vehicle may not be recognized by the sensor until it's fully within the sensor's detection range. The sensor only recognizes other automobiles or trucks. Be aware it will not recognize motorcycles, bicycles, debris, or other objects on the road. Always be prepared to use your brake pedal to stop the vehicle. Remember, the Advanced Smart Cruise Control system is not a substitute for responsible driving practices. It should be used solely when traveling in open highways in good weather and when it is safe to do so. And because the radar sensors are located in the front bumper area, it's recommended to always keep the front bumper clean and free of ice and snow, so that the system may be able to operate properly. If you prefer to use conventional cruise control instead of the Advanced Smart Cruise Control, here's how. First, move the left-hand lever up to cruise. And then press and hold the Advanced Smart Cruise Control button for 2 seconds until conventional cruise mode is displayed in the instrument cluster. In this mode, the cruise control system will function like a conventional system without the advanced features of Advanced Smart Cruise Control. Your vehicle will not slow down or stop in this mode. Only Advanced Smart Cruise Control automatically slows the vehicle or brings it to a stop. To re-enable Advanced Smart Cruise Control, press and hold the button again for 2 seconds until the SCC mode is displayed in the instrument cluster. Consult your Kia K900 Owner's Manual for more information about the limitations of the Advanced Smart Cruise Control system, and for a list of circumstances in which the system will cancel automatically.
When you're driving in the rain, it's nice to know your windshield wipers can keep up with changing conditions. Your K900's auto rain-sensing windshield wipers eliminate the need to make adjustments because they automatically turn on and vary their frequency depending on the amount of rain hitting your windshield. In this video, we'll explain how this works and how to operate the auto rain-sensing windshield wipers. Auto rain-sensing windshield wipers use a rain sensor located on the upper exterior of the windshield to detect rainfall. The more it rains, the more frequently the wiper operates. When the rain stops, the wiper stops. Operating the wipers is simple, using the windshield wiper lever on the right side of the steering wheel. Just pull the lever down one click to set the wipers to auto. In this setting, the wipers will turn on and off and vary frequency automatically. You'll notice that when you set the wipers to auto, the system performs a one-wipe self-check. To change the auto speed sensitivity to your preference, just rotate the sensitivity control switch to be more sensitive or less sensitive. Since different drivers have different setting preferences, we suggest you use the mid-range setting initially. For more wipes, select the higher settings. For fewer wipes, select the lower settings. The rain sensor will automatically control the frequency of the wipes according to the weather conditions. The wipers can be left in auto mode even when it's not raining. The wipers can also be operated just like manual system. If you only need a single swipe of the wiper to remove a little moisture, move the lever up one click from the off position and then release it. If you hold the lever up, the wiper will cycle until you release it. Moving the lever down one click activates the auto setting as we saw earlier. If it's raining continuously and you want manual control, one more click sets the wipers to continuous low speed. If it's really raining hard, one more click activates continuous high-speed wiping. If you want to remove any dirt, grime, or maybe a bug, pulling the lever towards you at any time will spray the windshield with washer fluid and operate the wipers. There will be continuous spray until you release the lever. Easy and convenient, isn't it? Remember, to help you get better acquainted with these and other features on your Kia K900, always check your owner's manual for complete operating information and safety warnings.
Kia has brought shift-by-wire technology to the K900. The ergonomic shift lever provides refinement and precision to both automatic and manual shifting. In this video, we'll explain how to operate the shift lever and cover a few important features. The operation of the shift-by-wire lever differs from conventional shift levers and may be different than what you're used to. Let's say you just started the engine and you're in park. To put the car in drive, depress the brake pedal, press the unlock button on the side of the lever, and pull the lever toward you. If you're in park and want to shift into reverse, depress the brake pedal, press the unlock button, and push the lever away from you. If you're in drive and want to shift into reverse, depress the brake pedal, press the unlock button, and this time, push the lever away from you twice to skip over neutral and into reverse. To put the K900 in park, simply come to a complete stop and with the brake pedal depressed, press the park button located on the top of the shift lever. The 8-speed automatic transmission takes care of the rest. In fact, if you forget to put the transmission in park and turn off the engine while in drive or reverse, it automatically shifts into park for you. However, if you turn the vehicle off while in neutral without putting it in park, it will remain in neutral until you open the driver's door. Then it will switch to park. Shifting into neutral is just as easy. Let's say you want to go through a car wash. From drive, push the lever away from you once. You're now in neutral, and the vehicle can be pulled along freely by the car wash. If you're in reverse and want to shift to neutral, simply pull the lever toward you once. It's important to remember that if the transmission is in neutral and you turn off the engine, the transmission will automatically shift into park when you open the door. So, it's a good idea to remind the car wash attendant to keep your engine running. Oh, and you might want to fold in your mirrors and turn off the rain-sensing wipers too. Now, what if you want the sportiness of manual shifting? Once you're in drive, pull the lever to the left for Sportmatic shifting. Now you can shift up by pushing the lever forward or shift down by pulling the lever backward. Each action shifts one gear at a time. Note that the system may not execute certain gear shifts when you operate the shift lever. This is normal and is designed to maintain vehicle performance and safety. The transmission also has a shift lock system for safety, which means you must press the brake pedal in order to shift into reverse or drive. To keep track of what gear you're in, check the instrument cluster or the light on the top of the shift lever. So, that's shift by wire. Remember, To learn more about these and other features on your Kia K900, always check your owner's manual for complete operating information and safety warnings. Blind spot detection is an innovative system that helps warn you if it detects other vehicles entering the blind spots on the rear corners of your vehicle. If equipped, this feature may help you detect other vehicles during lane changes and when backing out of parking places. The blind spot detection system uses a radar sensor to help monitor vehicle blind spots in two common situations: lane change assist and rear cross traffic alert. Let's look at lane change assist first. To activate or deactivate the lane change assist, press the blind spot detection button located on the driver's panel to the left of the steering wheel. The button will remain lit while the system is on. This button also activates the rear cross traffic assist feature. When activated, a yellow light on the outside rear view mirror will illuminate for approximately 2 seconds to let you know that lane change assist is activated. Keep in mind the system will only operate at speeds greater than 18.6 miles per hour. A yellow warning light illuminates on your outside rearview mirror glass on the side where another vehicle may have been detected entering a blind spot. You will receive the same alert whether it is the result of a faster vehicle approaching your vehicle or your vehicle slowing down. If you activate your turn signal while the system is detecting a vehicle in your blind spot, you'll hear a rapidly beeping, audible alert. The audible warning will also sound if the hazard lights are on during the initial alert. The warning range is dependent on your vehicle's speed. Now, what about backing out of parking places? To turn on the rear cross traffic alert function, you'll press the same blind spot detection button mentioned earlier. You can either have both the blind spot detection system and rear cross traffic alert on or off. With the system turned on and the shifter in reverse, rear cross traffic alert may detect other vehicles approaching from the left rear or right rear corner. If an approaching vehicle is detected, the warning light flashes and the audible alert sounds. Blind spot detection is only intended to assist you when you're driving. It cannot replace careful driving practices. This system may not detect every object in the vehicle's blind spot or direction of travel. You should always use your mirrors and glance over your shoulders to manually check for other vehicles. Do not focus solely on the warning light in the outside rearview mirror. Be aware at all times of your entire surroundings. And please note that the radar sensors are located on the inside of your rear bumper. So it's recommended to always keep the rear bumper clean and free of ice and snow so that the system may be able to operate properly. To learn more about these and other features on your Kia K900, always check your owner's manual for complete operating information and safety warnings.
Feel like straightening out some curves on a sporty mountain road? Maybe you're interested in improving your mileage, or perhaps it started to snow. No problem. With the Kia K900, you can adjust how the vehicle performs under different driving conditions. In this video, we'll explain what these drive modes are and how to select them. So, how do you select the different drive modes? It's easy. Simply press the drive mode button just below the shifter. You'll see the mode you've selected in the AVN monitor and the LCD screen. The vehicle automatically selects normal mode when you turn on the engine. Normal mode adjusts the steering wheel, engine, and transmission systems for everyday driving. Press the drive mode button once for sport mode when you want more sporty performance. It adjusts vehicle systems for enhanced performance, such as shifting at higher RPMs. In sport mode, you may notice a change in fuel consumption. Active Eco mode adjusts the vehicle systems to improve fuel efficiency. When in Eco mode, you may notice a difference in acceleration when fully depressing the accelerator, and that air conditioning performance is changed. Also, the automatic transmission shift pattern and engine sound may change. One more press, and you'll be back in normal mode. Your K900 may also be equipped with the available Snow mode. It's designed to help you drive on slippery roads such as mud or snow. For example, Snow mode starts in a higher gear, sending less torque to the wheels, which helps you get moving with less slipping. If your K900 is equipped with snow mode, you'll select it by pressing the separate snow mode button. It will operate regardless of the mode you selected with the drive mode button. To turn off the snow mode, just press the snow mode button again. It's easy, isn't it? With the Kia K900, you can adjust the driving mode to fit your mood or road conditions with the press of a button. To help you get better acquainted with these and other features on your Kia K900, always check your owner's manual for complete operating information and safety warnings.
Fuel-efficient driving habits may save you money at the gas pump and help you reduce your vehicle's impact on the environment as well. If your K900 is equipped with Eco Mode, you can select this drivetrain mode that will adjust engine power and transmission operation to help maximize fuel economy. To turn Eco Mode on, simply press the Drive Mode button on the center console twice. The blue Eco Mode indicator will illuminate in the instrument cluster to show you that the system is working. When the system is activated, you may notice that the acceleration may be changed even though you depress the accelerator fully. Also, the air conditioner performance, the shift pattern of the automatic transmission, and the engine noise may change. Once activated, the Eco Mode will remain on until you turn the engine off or select a different drive mode by pressing the Drive Mode button again. Note that under certain conditions, the system's operation will be limited, even if in Eco Mode. These conditions may include driving up a hill or when the coolant temperature is low. Remember, your vehicle's fuel economy will depend on your style of driving, vehicle conditions, vehicle options, and road conditions. Whenever possible, drive a moderate speed and accelerate at a smooth and moderate rate. Together, with efficient driving habits, the Eco Mode can help increase your K900's fuel economy, which can help reduce fuel cost and your vehicle's impact on the environment as well. To help you get better acquainted with these and other fuel-efficient driving tips, always check your owner's manual for complete operating information and safety warnings. The Kia K900 is equipped with the latest technology for efficiency and convenience. This may include an electric parking brake system that utilizes an electric motor to engage the parking brake. To apply the parking brake, depress the brake pedal or shift into park, and then pull up on the electric parking brake switch. Make sure at this point that the brake indicator light comes on. If you're on a steep hill, pull up on the switch for at least 3 seconds when setting the parking brake. Listen closely, and you may hear the brake click in to indicate a firmer hold. To release the electric parking brake automatically, with your foot on the parking brake, shift into drive or reverse with the engine ignition switch in the on position. To release the electric parking brake manually, depress the brake pedal and press down on the parking brake switch with the ignition engine switch in the on position. Make sure also that the brake indicator light is off before driving away. The Kia electric parking brake system also features an auto hold function that temporarily maintains the vehicle at a standstill, even if the brake pedal is released. For instance, if you're at the stop sign on a hill and the situation feels a bit precarious, you can activate or deactivate auto hold through the auto hold switch while depressing the brake pedal. Keep in mind that before auto hold will operate, the driver's door, engine hood, and trunk must be closed, and the driver's seatbelt must be fastened. If any of these requirements aren't met, you will receive a warning sound and a visual message. There are 3 modes of readiness for the auto hold function, each indicated by the light on the instrument cluster. A white indicator light on the instrument panel will indicate that auto hold is in standby mode, with the switch turned on and the vehicle either at a standstill or being driven. That indicator light will turn green to indicate the function is engaged. You must come to a complete stop by depressing the brake pedal for the auto hold indicator to change from white to green. When the auto hold switch is off, the indicator light will not be illuminated. You can either turn the switch off manually by pressing it, or it will automatically shut off if you manually turn on the electric parking brake. If the light appears yellow at any time, this may indicate that the system is not working properly. In that case, take your vehicle to a local Kia dealer. You should always have your parking brake fully engaged when the car is parked to avoid inadvertent movement of the vehicle. Remember, to learn more about these and other features on your Kia K900, always check your owner's manual for complete operating information and safety warnings. The Kia K900 is equipped with a push-button start system that allows you to start and stop the engine by simply touching a button. It eliminates the need for a conventional key and comes with another convenient feature, the Smart Key. In this video, we will demonstrate how to operate the engine start-stop button and lock and unlock the doors using the Smart Key. Starting the engine requires that you have the Smart Key in the vehicle so that the system can detect it. To start the engine, depress the brake pedal and press the engine start-stop button. That's it. Stopping the engine is just as easy. Put the transmission in park and press the engine start-stop button again. If there's an emergency and you must turn off the engine while moving, press and hold the engine start-stop button for more than 2 seconds or press it 3 times successively within 3 seconds. If the vehicle is still moving at certain speeds, you can restart the engine without depressing the brake pedal by pressing the start-stop button with the shift lever in the neutral position. Of course, the engine start-stop button has more functions that we should cover. When you first enter the vehicle, the start-stop button illuminates for about 30 seconds to make it easy to see. What if you want to listen to music or operate another accessory without having the engine on? Just press the engine start-stop button without touching the brake pedal. This puts the system into accessory mode, indicated by the orange ACC indicator. If you need to check the warning lights before the engine is started, press the start-stop button again without touching the brake pedal. This puts the system into on mode, indicated by the red on indicator. Here's a valuable tip. What if the battery in your smart key is dead or too weak to be detected by the system? The key fob contains a mechanical key. Press the button on the key fob and remove the mechanical key. Then remove the cover on the door handle and unlock the door. You can still start the engine by pressing the engine start-stop button with the lock button end of the smart key. Note that the smart key must contact the start-stop button directly. While we're talking about the smart key, let's take a look at locking and unlocking the doors. Pressing the lock button on the key fob will lock all the doors and trunk and prompt a single beep and flash of the lights. Pressing the lock button on the key fob twice prompts a single beep, then a short honk of the horn and 2 flashes of the lights. Pressing the unlock button once unlocks only the driver's door and prompts 2 beeps and flashes. This way you can see and hear that you've unlocked your K900. If the unlock button is pressed twice within 4 seconds, all of the vehicle's doors will unlock. Now here is where Smart Key takes keyless entry to the next level. Let's say all of the doors are locked and your hands are full. If you are carrying your Smart Key in a pocket or purse and you're between 28 to 40 inches from the door handle, all you need to do is press the integrated button on the door handle and unlock the door. It's that easy. You can lock all the doors and the trunk just as easily. If one or more doors on the vehicle are unlocked, press the button on the door handle and all the doors and the trunk will lock. The Smart Key works in a similar way with the K900's trunk. When carrying the Smart Key, press the Power Trunk Open button on the trunk lid. The power trunk will automatically open. To close and lock the power trunk, press the Power Trunk Lock button. Be sure to let the power trunk fully open or close on its own. Manually moving the power trunk lid may damage the motor. The power trunk is covered in detail in another video. There are a number of conditions that will prevent the locking system from working. The Smart Key is in the vehicle, Any door except the trunk is ajar, or the engine start-stop button is in the accessory or on mode. A 3-second alert will sound to let you know to correct the problem. The engine start-stop button and smart key work together to make your life easier and help you get the most out of your K900. To help you get better acquainted with these and other features on your Kia K900, always check your owner's manual for complete operating information and safety warnings.
With today's rising gas prices, fuel economy is at the top of everyone's mind. And since Kia is always watching out for our customers, we're going to share with you some tips on how to get more miles for your dollar on the road. In a moment, we'll show you the difference between fuel economy and fuel range, smart driving practices, vehicle maintenance procedures, planning your trips, and everyday driving. Let's start with the difference between fuel economy and fuel range. Fuel economy is how many miles your vehicle can travel per gallon of gas, whereas fuel range is how many miles your vehicle can travel between fill-ups. So, a vehicle with a 24-gallon gas tank and a 12-gallon gas tank may get the same miles per gallon, but the one with the smaller gas tank will have to stop more frequently for fill-ups. Now, let's go over some smart driving practices which can improve your fuel economy. First, drive with moderation in mind. Go easy on the gas and don't ride the brakes, and you can increase your fuel economy by 30% or more on the highway, and about 5% when driving in the city. Next, watch your speed. A lead foot may get you there faster, but it also creates greater wind resistance and increases the engine load that can decrease the fuel economy, not to mention get you in trouble with the law. Keep your driving record in good standing and increase your fuel efficiency by up to 23%. Don't forget about your cruise control. Maintaining a consistent speed on the highway reduces constant braking and accelerating, which can save you gas. And try not to follow behind other vehicles too closely. Keep a safe distance, because constant braking doesn't equal consistent speed, which doesn't equal fuel efficiency. Avoid idling whenever possible. When you idle, do you know how much fuel economy you get? 0. Idling accounts for up to 17% of fuel consumption, according to government estimates. Now, let's discuss properly maintaining your Kia. First, it's important that you follow the vehicle maintenance schedule, located in the owner's manual. This helps ensure your Kia will perform at peak efficiency for many years to come. When you're replacing the fluids in your vehicle, make sure and use those listed in the owner's manual. Using the wrong grade of oil, for instance, can lower your gas mileage by 1 to 2%. Don't neglect the malfunction indicator light. Ignoring your Kia's proper operation can cost you big time at the repair shop and the gas pump. Replacing a clogged air filter or servicing a faulty oxygen sensor can improve your mileage as much as 40%. And keep an eye on your tire pressure. Not only are underinflated tires a hazard, but they negatively impact your fuel economy. Your Kia vehicle's tire pressure monitoring system is designed to help alert you to a low-pressure condition, but it is not a substitute for manually checking your tires. Extend tire life and improve your gas mileage by as much as 3% by maintaining the recommended tire pressure. Now, there's one more area to cover: planning your trips and everyday driving. Make the most of the K900's available eco technology. Whenever possible, drive with eco mode selected and operate your K900 in a manner that achieves maximum fuel economy. Plus, it's a good idea to combine errands to reduce your overall drive distance and save both time and money. Maximum fuel efficiency is achieved once the engine is warmed up. So consolidate your trips whenever you can. Double check what you have in your trunk or in the back seats and remove any unneeded items. An extra 100 pounds of weight can decrease your fuel economy by 1 to 2%. So don't weigh your vehicle down because it hinders performance and hurts your fuel efficiency. When you do carry loads, try to keep it in the trunk. Loaded roof racks increase aerodynamic drag, which can cut your fuel economy by about 5%. And whenever possible, take the road most traveled. Stay away from unpaved roads, winding roads, as well as driving up hills when unnecessary. These things can take a toll on your gas mileage too. So there you have it. A handful of simple, smart, and practical things you can do to improve your fuel economy increase the life of your K900, and save you money when filling up the tank. To help you get better acquainted with these and other fuel-efficient driving tips, always check your owner's manual for complete operating information and safety warnings. The Kia K900 helps you keep your eyes on the road while giving you the information you need with the head-up display. The head-up display projects certain instrument cluster and navigation data on the inside of the windshield, conveniently in your line of sight. In this video, we'll show you how to operate the head-up display and how to customize the information it displays. To activate the head-up display, simply press the HUD button on the dash. Pressing the button again will turn the display off. There are situations when the head-up display may not be clearly visible, such as when you're not sitting upright, wearing polarized sunglasses, an object on the dash is obstructing the display, you're driving on a wet road, or the display is not adjusted correctly. You can improve the visibility of the display by adjusting it for your height and changing its brightness. Here's how. First, make sure the engine is on and the HUD is activated. Using the LCD display control on the steering wheel, press the left or right mode buttons until the LCD display shows User Settings. Then press the Select or Reset OK button in the center. Next, use the up or down buttons to select Head-Up Display. Now, use the up or down buttons to highlight display height, and again press the Select Reset button to select it. At this point, you can raise and lower the head-up display height. Changing the display brightness or the information displayed is also done with the LCD display control. From User Settings, select Head-Up Display as before, and then you can select Brightness. You can also choose what is displayed on the head-up display by choosing Content Selection. Here, you can activate or deactivate the items you want displayed, including turn-by-turn or TBT, Smart Cruise Control, SCC, Lane Departure Warning System, LDWS, and Blind Spot Detection, BSD. In this case, we'll activate Blind Spot Detection by selecting it. There are a number of customizable settings for the head-up display, so make sure you refer to your owner's manual for complete operating information and safety warnings.
The K900 can be equipped with a variety of features to assist your driving. One of those features is the Lane Departure Warning System. When equipped, it may provide visual and audible alerts if it detects that you are driving your Kia outside of your lane. The Lane Departure Warning System monitors, through a windshield sensor, the position of the vehicle within its lane. This vision-based system uses algorithms to interpret and estimate roadway alignment. If equipped, activate or deactivate the Lane Departure Warning System by pressing the button on the bottom left side of the steering wheel while your engine is on. The indicator illuminates in green in the instrument cluster when it's operational. Vertical lane stripes, left and right, appear on either side of the car icon in the LCD display. Keep in mind that the system will activate once the vehicle reaches at least 43 miles per hour. When activated, the lane stripe icons turn solid white. If the vehicle crosses a lane marking without active driver maneuvers or proper signaling, the Lane Departure Warning System may emit an alert. And either the left or right stripe on the panel, dependent on which lane marking is being crossed, begins flashing yellow. If you are actively turning the steering wheel or using the turn signal indicators, the system will not emit an alert. The Lane Departure Warning System operates under most road and weather conditions, except for those that obstruct lane visibility, like snow, fog, bright sun, and reflection from water on the road. Rough road surface that can cause heavy vibration or dirt on the windshield may interfere with the system's operation. Remember that this system is not a substitute for proper and safe driving. You should always use your turn signal when changing lanes. obey all traffic laws, and drive safely. To learn more about these and other features on your Kia K900, always check your owner's manual for complete operating information and safety warnings. Making sure the fuel cap on your Kia K900 is firmly tightened can help save you money at the gas pump, while being good for the environment too. The K900 is equipped with a one-click fuel cap, which makes it easy to be certain the fuel cap is securely fastened. The cap handle is designed for a better grip and feel while tightening. Although the cap is simple to use, it is worth taking a closer look. First, before opening or closing the fuel cap, always turn off your vehicle. To remove the fuel cap, simply turn it counterclockwise. Always remove the fuel cap carefully and slowly. If the cap is venting fuel or if you hear a hissing sound, wait until the condition stops before completely removing the cap. To install the fuel cap, turn it clockwise until you hear a single click, like this. Some vehicles require 3 or more clicks to be secure, but the K900 requires only 1. In a noisy environment, you may not hear the click, but that's okay. The cap will lock into place and you won't be able to turn it any further. If you don't feel resistance when tightening the fuel cap, chances are that it's loose. In addition to negatively affecting your K900's fuel economy, a loose fuel cap can also illuminate the check engine warning light. If this warning light comes on, you should always go to your authorized Kia dealership for service. So always listen for that single click sound while tightening the fuel cap. Properly installing your fuel cap is an environmentally friendly thing to do and will help improve fuel economy. To help you get better acquainted with these and other features, always check your owner's manual for complete operating information and safety warnings.
Parallel parking, backing up, and maneuvering in tight spaces can be a challenge. But with the K900's parking guide system, it is more convenient. In this video, we'll explore the features of this system and how to use them. Let's say you want to back into a parking space. When you shift into reverse, the parking guide system uses sensors and cameras to predict the K900's path and display it on the AVN screen. The steering guidelines shift as you turn the steering wheel to continually show where you're headed. The green, yellow, and red lines indicate the distance between you and surrounding objects. As you approach an object, the park guide system plays a series of tones from the speaker closest to the object. The closer you are to an object, the more rapid the tone. Depending on your preference, you can change the angle of the rear view from normal view to top view using the driver information system control. There are a few things to keep in mind about the parking guide system. Although it will make parking easier, the system does not automatically park for you. Also, it will only operate with the engine start-stop button on and the shift lever in the reverse or drive positions. Finally, remember this is a supplementary system. It is the responsibility of the driver to always check the area around the vehicle when parking the vehicle. To help you get better acquainted with these and other features on your Kia K900, always check your owner's manual for complete operating information and safety warnings. The Kia K900 caters to you and your passengers with amenities designed for comfort. If the sun is too intense for your rear passengers, the power rear curtain and rear side window curtains will have them covered. In this video, we'll demonstrate how to make the most of these conveniences. To operate the power rear curtain, press the power rear curtain button. Notice that the curtain goes all the way up without stopping. Pressing the button again will lower the curtain all the way. The curtain can also be operated by your rear passengers using the button on the rear armrest. If you don't want the curtain to be operated by your rear passengers, you can deactivate the rear control by pressing the rear lock button on the rear armrest. You can also deactivate it by using system settings in the audio, video, and navigation system. Here's how. From the home screen, select the System Settings icon. Scroll down to lock RSE System and select it. A check mark will appear indicating that the system cannot be operated from the rear controls. You'll notice some nice features built into the power rear curtain system. For example, if you shift into reverse while the curtain is in place, the system will automatically lower it to improve your visibility out the rear window. It will automatically raise the curtain back into place once you shift into drive and drive faster than 12 miles per hour. Here's something to keep in mind. Don't try to lower or raise the power rear curtain by hand. It may damage the system. Now let's look at the rear side window curtains. These curtains are operated manually. Lift the curtain by the hook, raise it all the way up, and secure it in place using both hooks. The small window curtain works in a similar fashion. Slide it to the rear of the vehicle and secure it in place with a single hook. So that's all there is to it. And remember, for more information on these and other features on your Kia K900, always check your owner's manual for complete operating information and safety warnings.
There are plenty of times when your arms are full and you want to open the trunk. The Kia K900's power trunk is designed for just those circumstances. In this video, we'll cover how to operate the power trunk. The power trunk allows you to open and close the trunk using buttons on the smart key, the dashboard, or power trunk lid. To unlock and open the trunk with the smart key, press and hold the trunk button on the smart key for 1 second. The trunk will open by itself. To close and lock the trunk, make sure you have the smart key in your possession and then press the power trunk lock button on the trunk lid. The system will automatically close the trunk, lock it, and also lock all the doors. You can also open the trunk by pressing the power trunk open button on the outside of the trunk lid. You can do this even if the trunk is locked, as long as you have the smart key in your possession. To close the trunk without locking it, press the power trunk close button on the inside of the trunk lid. To stop the trunk closing, press the button again. To resume, press the button again. There is one more way to open and close the trunk, right from the driver's seat. Pull the power trunk open button on the left side of the dashboard. To close the trunk, press and hold the power trunk close button. You can stop the closing operation by taking your finger off the button. Press and hold it again to resume closing. Now what about those times when you're using valet parking and want to make sure any valuables in the trunk are secure? You can turn off the power trunk system using the trunk lid control button located in the glove box. With this button on the off position, the trunk can only be opened with the mechanical key stored in the smart key fob. Lock the glove box with the mechanical key and keep it with you. The system may sense an obstruction and automatically stop opening or closing. The power trunk also includes an emergency trunk safety release located inside the trunk. It can be opened by moving the lever and pushing the trunk open. There are a few things about the power trunk to keep in mind. The power trunk will only operate if the vehicle is traveling less than 1.8 miles per hour. Also, the trunk may not operate if snow or other objects are on the trunk lid. And remember, leaving the trunk open for extended periods or operating the trunk lid more than approximately 10 times with the engine off may drain the battery. If the battery has been discharged or disconnected and the trunk is open, reset the power trunk system by shifting into park and gently closing the trunk manually. Additionally, avoid opening or closing the trunk manually. Doing so may damage the system. Got an armload of groceries to load in your Kia K900? With the power trunk, it's no problem. To help you get better acquainted with this and other useful features, always check your owner's manual for complete operating information and safety warnings. Your comfort is very important to Kia, whether it's the smoothness of the ride, your ease of movement, or the temperature conditions. That's why your Kia K900 can be equipped with seat warmers and ventilated seats. LED lights for the seat warmer settings are orange, Cooling ventilation lights are blue. It's easy to activate the system. If equipped, turn your ignition switch on and then choose your setting. To warm your seat, press the top button once for a high setting, twice for medium, or press a third time for a low setting. To turn it off, press it one more time. When the seat warmer switch is in the on position, the heating system in the seat turns off or on automatically, according to the seat temperature and temperature setting. Now, setting the ventilated seats works much in the same manner. Press the bottom button once to set the airflow on high, twice for medium, 3 times for low, and again to turn it off. Ambient air within the vehicle will flow through the perforations in the seat cushion and seat back accordingly. These features can also be operated using the rear controls located on the rear center armrests. Press the switch up to warm the seats and down to ventilate and cool the seats. The heated and ventilated seats default to the off position whenever the ignition switch is first turned on. By using either of these systems, you can enjoy a more pleasant driving experience, no matter the time of year or outside temperature. As always, to learn more about these and other features on your Kia K900, always check your owner's manual for complete operating information and safety warnings. Parking the K900 is easier and more convenient thanks to the available surround view monitor. Its 4 cameras located at the front, sides, and rear provide a virtual 360-degree view of your surroundings. In this video, we'll explain the functions of this remarkable feature. Activating the surround view monitor, or SVM, couldn't be easier. Press the surround view monitor button located in the front of the center armrest to turn it on. Press it again to turn it off. The system changes views depending on what gear you're in and in what mode you've selected. For example, when you shift into drive or neutral, the front surround view monitor is activated. In this mode, you can select from 4 different views using the driver information system controller: front plus surround view, front view, front left view, and front right view. When you shift into reverse, the rear surround view monitor mode is activated. As before, in this mode you can select from 4 different views: surround view, rear view, rear left view, and rear right view. You can also change the settings by selecting the Settings button. Here you can change what warnings are displayed and the initial front and rear views. The system has a few operating conditions you'll want to be familiar with. For the surround view monitor to operate, the engine start-stop button must be in the on position. The transmission must be in drive, neutral, or reverse, and your vehicle speed must be below 12.4 miles per hour. When the surround view monitor is on, you'll notice that it shuts off automatically as soon as you drive faster than 12.4 miles per hour. Or if you prefer, you can turn the system off sooner by pressing the surround view monitor button. And here's a feature I really like. Even when the system is off, the surround view monitor will still activate when you shift into reverse. It will shut off when you shift into drive and exceeds 6.2 miles per hour. The system also warns you if a folded outside mirror, open trunk, or open door is preventing it from operating properly. So the next time you park your Kia K900, you can appreciate the convenience of the surround view monitor. And remember, for more information on these and other features on your K900, always check your owner's manual for complete operating information and safety warnings. We all know that properly inflated tires improve fuel economy and increase safety. The Tire Pressure Monitoring System, or TPMS, monitors the air pressure in your tires and alerts you if it detects rapid deflation or gradual loss of tire pressure within specific limits. Let's say you're driving and see this warning light. It means the system has detected low tire pressure in one or more of the tires. The tire may have become quickly flat or is just low on air. Use your LCD controller to cursor to the maintenance icon. Then press the down button, and the image on the LCD display will indicate which tire or tires are significantly underinflated by illuminating the corresponding position. If the system detects an underinflated tire, reduce your speed, avoid hard cornering, and safely drive to the side of the road. After stopping the vehicle, check the tire pressure as soon as possible, and then inflate the affected tire or tires to the recommended level. You can find all the correct tire pressure levels on the tire and loading label on the front driver's door jamb. And remember, safety comes first, so always remember to turn the key off while inflating the tires. Once the tires have been inflated to correct levels, the warning light may not turn off right away when you start the vehicle. It may take up to 20 minutes of driving for the sensors to reset. Consult your dealer if the low-pressure warning light remains illuminated. Also, sometimes on cold mornings, the low tire pressure warning light may remain on until the tires have warmed up to normal operating temperatures. And finally, if the tire pressure monitoring system is not functioning properly, the low tire pressure warning light will blink for approximately 1 minute and then stay on. If this occurs, contact your Kia dealer for service as soon as possible. Remember that underinflated tires can have a negative impact on performance, such as adversely affecting vehicle handling, reduced fuel economy, and possible tire failure. So keeping your tires properly inflated is the smart thing to do, for your pocketbook and more importantly, for your safety. To help you get better acquainted with these and other features, remember to always check your owner's manual for complete operating information and safety warnings.
Tri-Zone Automatic Climate Control lets you and your passengers enjoy 3 distinct climates within the cabin. And driver, front passenger, and rear temperature controls are all within easy reach for optimal comfort. In this video, we'll show you how to use the automatic features of the system and cover frequently used manual settings. Activate the system by pressing the Auto button on either the front control panel or the rear control knob. Then adjust the temperature. The system will do the rest. The driver can set their temperature using the up or down buttons on the driver's side of the control panel. Likewise, the front passenger can use the buttons on the passenger side. The rear passengers adjust their temperature using the knob on the rear armrest. If you want to synchronize all 3 zone temperatures to the driver's side setting, press the Sync button. The driver can then use their temperature controls to adjust all 3 zones in unison. And by the way, pressing the Climate button on the control panel displays your climate settings on the AVN screen. The beauty of automatic climate control is how the system can manage all of the settings to maximize your comfort. You can set it and not have to think about it. However, there are times when you may want to manually control certain parts of the system. For example, let's say you want to adjust the volume of air that is blowing through the cabin. Simply press the fan speed control buttons on the front control panel up for more air and down for less air. Fan speed can also be controlled by the rear passenger using the fan speed control knob. Note that there is only one fan setting for all 3 zones, so when the fan speed is adjusted in one zone, it will change in all 3 zones. Let's look at another manual operation. For example, you want to change which vents the air is blowing from. To do this, use the Mode button. Each press of the Mode button selects a different setting. Face level for airflow to the upper body and face. Bi-level for airflow to the face and floor. Floor level for airflow primarily to the floor. And floor and defrost for airflow primarily to the floor and windshield. Then back to face level. Let's say the outside air is cold and you want to warm the interior as quickly as possible. By pressing the Air Intake Control button, you can switch from outside air to recirculating inside air. The indicator light will illuminate. To return to outside air, press the button again. It's important to note the continuous operation in the recirculated air setting may allow humidity to increase inside the vehicle, which may fog the glass and obscure visibility. It may also cause drowsiness or sleepiness and loss of vehicle control. Set the air intake control to the outside or fresh air position as much as possible while driving. Now, here's one more example of when you may want to use the manual control. Your windshield is fogged. Set the fan speed to the desired position and select the desired temperature. Then, press the defrost button. The air conditioning will be turned on and the outside air setting will be selected automatically. In some circumstances, you may want to prevent a rear passenger from changing the climate control settings. In this case, you can deactivate the rear controls by pressing the rear lock button on the rear armrest. You can also deactivate the rear controls by using system settings in the audio, video, and navigation system. Here's how. From the home screen, select the system settings icon. Scroll down to lock RSE system and select it. A check mark will appear indicating that the system cannot be operated from the rear controls. To help you get better acquainted with these and other features on your Kia K900, always check your owner's manual for complete operating information and safety warnings.
With today's rising gas prices, fuel economy is at the top of everyone's mind. And since Kia is always watching out for our customers, we're going to share with you some tips on how to get more miles for your dollar on the road. In a moment, we'll show you the difference between fuel economy and fuel range, smart driving practices, vehicle maintenance procedures, planning your trips, and everyday driving. Let's start with the difference between fuel economy and fuel range. Fuel economy is how many miles your vehicle can travel per gallon of gas, while fuel range is how many miles your vehicle can travel between fill-ups. So a vehicle with 24-gallon gas tank and one with a 12-gallon gas tank may get the same miles per gallon, but the one with the smaller gas tank will have to stop more frequently for fill-ups. Now, let's go over some driving tips that can stretch your dollar at the pump. First, drive with moderation in mind. Go easy on the gas and don't ride the brakes, and you can increase your fuel economy up to 30% or more on the highway and up to 5% when you're driving the city. Watch your speed. A lead foot may get you there faster, but will also create greater wind resistance and an increase in engine load that can decrease fuel economy, not to mention get you in trouble with the law. Keep your driving record in good standing and increase your fuel efficiency by up to 23%. Don't forget about your cruise control. Maintaining a consistent speed on the highway reduces constant braking and accelerating, which can save you gas. And try not to follow behind other vehicles too closely. Keep a safe distance because constant braking doesn't equal a consistent speed, which doesn't equal fuel efficiency. Avoid idling whenever possible. When you idle, do you know how much fuel economy you get? 0. Idling accounts for up to 17% of fuel consumption, according to government estimates. Now, let's discuss properly maintaining your Kia. First, it's important that you follow the vehicle maintenance schedule located in the owner's manual. This helps ensure your Kia will perform at peak efficiency for many years to come. When you're replacing the fluids in your vehicle, make sure and use those listed in the owner's manual. Using the wrong grade of oil, for instance, can lower your gas mileage by 1 to 2%. Hey, it all adds up. Don't neglect the malfunction indicator light or pretend it'll go away. Ignoring your Kia's proper operation can cost you big time at the repair shop and the gas pump. Replacing a clogged air filter or servicing a faulty oxygen sensor can improve your mileage as much as 40%. And keep an eye on your tire pressure. Not only are underinflated tires a hazard, but they negatively impact your fuel economy. Your Kia vehicle's tire pressure monitoring system is designed to help alert you to low pressure condition, but it is not a substitute for manually checking your tires. Extend tire life and improve your gas mileage by as much as 3% by maintaining the recommended tire pressure. And last but not least, plan before you drive. Make the most out of your Kia vehicle's EcoMinder or Active Eco system. Both systems feature an indicator light that will illuminate when the vehicle is operated in a manner that achieves maximum fuel economy. Maintain driving habits that keep those lights shining, and you're saving dollars at the pump. Plus, it's a good idea to combine errands to reduce your overall drive distance and save both time and money. Maximum fuel efficiency is achieved once the engine is warmed up, so consolidate your trips wherever you can. Double check what you have in your trunk, cargo area, or back seats, and remove any unneeded items. An extra 100 pounds of weight can decrease your fuel economy by 1 to 2%. So don't weigh your vehicle down because it hinders performance and hurts your fuel efficiency. But if you have to cart stuff around, try to keep them in the trunk or cargo area. Loaded roof racks increase aerodynamic drag, which can cut your fuel economy by about 5%. And whenever possible, take the road most traveled. Stay away from unpaved and winding roads, as well as driving up hills when unnecessary. These things can take a toll on your gas mileage, too. So there you have it. A handful of simple, smart, and practical things you can do, on and off the road, to improve your fuel economy, increase the life of your Kia vehicle, and save you money when filling up the tank. To help you get better acquainted with these and other fuel-efficient driving tips, always check your owner's manual for complete operating information and safety warnings. We all know that properly inflated tires improve fuel economy and increase safety, which are the main reasons why all Kia vehicles feature an important system called the Tire Pressure Monitoring System, or TPMS. TPMS detects rapid deflation or gradual loss of tire pressure within specific limits and alerts you with this warning light on the instrument cluster, or if there's a problem with the system. In this video, we will show you how TPMS alerts you to low tire pressure in one or more of your tires, what to do if the TPMS warning light comes on, how the light alerts you if there's a problem with the system, and other important information about TPMS. If you're driving down the road, for instance, and you see this warning light in the instrument cluster, it means the system has detected low tire pressure in one or more of the tires. The tire may have become quickly flat or is just low on air, but now that you know, you can pull over to inspect the tire. If the system detects an underinflated tire, safely drive to the side of the road. After stopping the vehicle, check the tire pressure as soon as possible, and then inflate the affected tire or tires to the recommended level. You can find all the correct tire pressure levels on the tire and loading label on the driver's door jamb. And remember, safety comes first, so always remember to turn the vehicle off while inflating the tires. Once the tires have been inflated to correct levels, the warning light may not turn off when you start the vehicle. It may take up to 20 minutes of driving for the sensors to reset. Consult your dealer if the low tire pressure warning light remains illuminated. Also, sometimes on cold mornings, the low tire pressure warning light may remain on until the tires have warmed up to normal operating temperatures. And finally, the warning light will illuminate after it blinks for approximately 1 minute if the tire pressure monitoring system is not functioning properly. You'll need to contact your Kia dealer for service at your soonest possible convenience. Remember that underinflated tires can have a negative impact on performance, such as adversely affecting vehicle handling, reduced fuel economy, and possible tire failure. So keeping your tires properly inflated is the smart thing to do, for your pocketbook, and more importantly, for your safety. To help you get better acquainted with these and other features, remember to always check your owner's manual for complete operating information and safety warnings.